Hello, Laetitia. Let us remind everyone that you're in charge of the International Strategic Perspective at PSA, Peugeot, Citroën. But you were also during several years secretary at CREA France, which is an association promoting the development of creativity in France. We meet again today to talk about the stage of generating innovative ideas. Could you describe how you use your creativity techniques to generate innovative ideas?
Okay, yes, indeed. Creativity is one of the essential aspects of innovation. Actually, when we evoke creativity, we speak of the initiative as well as personal creativity of people participating in our work groups. I like a sentence from Luc de Brabander which says, being creative is being able to see things in a different way. Consequently, our personas have the specific mission to bring the participants of our creativity group to change their look, being in others' shoes, yes. Yes. In terms of techniques, we often use detour techniques, which means to bring our group through immersive phases in various universes which can be very remotely related to the mobility or the automobile universe. We also use images a lot, like speeches, life stories, and also artistic visions, futurist visions from actors in a different economic sector. So, yes, that's a big part of the techniques we use. Other techniques are rather developed around metaphors, analogies, projective exercises. With those techniques, we like to use chants, picking words, or images randomly, and we rely on them to build those metaphors. For example, we could decide to give an instruction such as, health is like a boat, and you tell a story about it. Techniques we often use. Concerning creativity, we try, especially in an engineer world, we try to work with some matters that engineers don't mobilize very often, like emotions, for example. And in general, we're in a society that does not encourage us to use our emotions. We're rather taught to put them aside. The body, too. All that reminds us sensations. For example, we do some corporal experiments such as trips, and we walk all around Paris playing on senses. You suppress sight, you suppress hearing. Consequently, this creates a list of resources completely new, which can trigger your creativity.
Could you describe a creative day? I know you organized many of them. How is it presented? How is it organized? How many are you? Do you try to gather people from various backgrounds? Do you have specific tools?
Well, the first thing is that we don't have typical approach because creation is also about surprising people. There's no recurring process, which is important because they would know from the beginning what steps they would deal with. They will anticipate, yes, and mostly these approaches are not very intuitive, natural. There could be some sort of resistance, and you're not really open to it, yes. And shaking it up is necessary. Also, the personas are an important tool. We work on techniques we call the embodiment. Well, for example, with the embodiment technique, we ask our participants to imagine short scenes where emotion is going to take a large space. You tell what your persona likes, why he's appreciated by others, and the short scenes are going to be played. There are several techniques. I like the sculpted theater technique. We ask the group to mime a scene, a frozen scene. And the rest of the group is surrounding them and has to guess, what does that scene mean? So they speculate about it, and then of course a dialogue comes, because it's very rare that they find what the group was miming, and it is an opportunity to exchange thoughts and exploit all this matter made of emotions, aspirations of our personas.
Well, to conclude, I would like to reassure the people watching this video and thinking, yes, this can work there, but never with me. I won't dare let go. You have a lot of experience with many people, engineers, mathematicians, very rational and science people. Do you think everybody can stimulate their creativity?
Oh, yes. It's one of Créa France's motto. But it's true that we're not in a very favorable context when it comes to it. But you must let go. Letting go is not that easy, but after more than a decade of experience in this field, we had dead ends. Maybe 3 in the whole program. Maybe some people indeed drop out suddenly because we ask them to remove their shoes, and that's too much, but I would say 3 or 4 at worst. But we need it. And more actually, given the context. So I think that it is very useful because it increases productivity. Thank you very much.
Merci à vous.